Welcome to today's recipe. If you're craving a rich and creamy homemade mayonnaise, you're in the right place. Whether you're making it for a sandwich, salad, or dipping sauce, homemade mayo is a game changer. It's easy, customizable, and much better than store-bought. In this video, we'll go step by step through the ingredients and techniques to make perfect mayonnaise from scratch. Let's get started. Let's start with the ingredients. You'll need 1 large egg yolk. Make sure it's at room temperature for smooth mixing. Next, grab 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard to add a little zing and help with emulsification. We'll also need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or white vinegar for that tangy kick, plus 1/4 teaspoon of salt to balance the flavor. Now for the oil. Measure out 1 cup of neutral oil, like canola or sunflower oil, to create that rich velvety texture. And if you like, you can add a pinch of sugar for a touch of sweetness and freshly ground black pepper for extra flavor. That's it. Gather your ingredients, and let's start whisking up some magic. Alright, let's start by preparing all our ingredients. First, separate 1 large egg yolk and place it in a medium-sized mixing bowl. Make sure the egg yolk is at room temperature. This is super important for proper emulsification. Now let's whisk the base. Using a whisk, start combining the egg yolk, mustard, lemon juice, and salt. Whisk vigorously until the mixture becomes smooth and slightly thickened. This step ensures that your ingredients are well blended before adding any oil. Take your time and make sure everything is mixed evenly. It's looking good so far. The mixture should be a pale yellow color, smooth and glossy. Now, let's move on to the most important part, adding the oil. This step is all about patience. Start by adding just a few drops of oil at a time. Yes, just a few drops. Whisk continuously as you add the oil. Once you see it beginning to thicken, you can start pouring the oil in a very thin, steady stream while whisking nonstop. Remember, if you add the oil too quickly, the mayonnaise could split. So keep it slow and steady. Look at that creamy texture forming. It's starting to come together beautifully. Now that we've got the base started, let's keep building it up. Continue pouring the oil slowly and whisking until the mayonnaise becomes thick and glossy. If you notice it getting too thick, no worries. Just add a teaspoon of water or lemon juice to loosen it up a bit. This trick helps keep it smooth and easy to work with. Don't forget to keep whisking. It's a bit of an arm workout, but totally worth it for that perfect homemade mayo. Time to taste and tweak. Grab a spoon and give your mayonnaise a little taste test. Need more tang? Add a squeeze of lemon juice. Want more salt? Sprinkle in a pinch and mix it again. For a hint of sweetness, add a pinch of sugar. It balances the flavors nicely. You can also throw in some freshly ground black pepper for a bit of spice. Feel free to get creative. Garlic, herbs, or spices can turn this basic mayo into a custom flavor explosion. You did it! Your homemade mayonnaise is ready. Transfer it into a clean airtight container or jar. Pop it in the fridge, and it'll stay fresh for up to 1 week. Remember, because this mayo is made with raw eggs, always keep it refrigerated and avoid leaving it out for too long. Now it's ready to slather on sandwiches, mix into salads, or use as a dip for fries. Lastly, let's talk about some tips to make sure your homemade mayonnaise turns out perfect every time. Tip 1. Room temperature ingredients. First up, always use room temperature eggs and oil. This is a key tip for smooth emulsification. Cold ingredients don't mix well and could cause the mayonnaise to split. Let your eggs and oil sit out for about 30 minutes before you start. Tip 2. Slow oil addition. When you start adding the oil, go slow, really slow. If you pour it in too quickly, the oil will separate and your mayonnaise could break. Be patient and add it drop by drop at first, whisking constantly, and then you can pour in a thin stream once the mixture thickens. Tip 3. Whisking technique. If you're making a large batch or want an easier process, use a balloon whisk or even an electric hand mixer. This can save you time and ensure the mixture stays smooth, especially when incorporating the oil. Tip 4. Fixing broken mayonnaise. Sometimes, even with the best technique, mayonnaise can break. If your mayo separates, don't panic. Just start fresh with a new egg yolk in a clean bowl. Slowly add the broken mayonnaise while whisking vigorously, and you'll be back on track. Tip 5. Oil selection. When choosing your oil, go for a neutral oil like canola or sunflower to let the flavor of the mayonnaise shine. You can use olive oil for a richer flavor, but keep in mind it can be a little strong for some tastes. Tip 6. Flavor variations. Get creative with your mayonnaise. You can easily turn it into aioli by adding garlic or add herbs like basil or dill for a fresh twist. Spices like paprika or cayenne pepper can add some heat. Experiment to make it your own. Enjoy your homemade mayonnaise.